What is going on, everybody? This is Eastside Rage, joined by my brother, the One-Eyed Gamer.
Yes, Raji, I could have said it.
Okay, anyway, fuck it. But anyway, yeah, once upon a time ago, about 2 years ago, we worked for Amazon. Well, okay, it was 6 months ago. We quit, but around the same time. But, yeah, we decided we wanted to make this video because we've been wanted to put our opinions out there why you should not work for Amazon at all. Honestly, it is honestly pain in the ass, an underpaying experience. To be honest, and I guess first off, we could give a bit of a background how we came about and how we started. You see, we work for a agency, a trucking agency. We're not going to disclose the name or information. Started about a month apart. I first started, and yeah, we were under Amazon policy, but somewhat under that company's rules.
Let's say, for example, I don't know, you work for eBay, right? But there's people that are under them that are doing partnerships. It's basically something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we get paid per package as they deliver. You see, I started, 2 years ago, back in January, post COVID or whatever, over the phone. Did the orientation, got everything, flow through it within a week, but I was thrown the fuck in. This time, there was no lead walkers. I will get to that later. Let me back up what our position was. We weren't delivery drivers. We were delivery walkers. You see, in our company, we were in the Upper West Side, right, Ramik?
Yes.
Yeah, we had to, deliver our routes on foot. All people have to go to a truck. About 5 to 10 walkers go to a truck. They would load up their hand trucks with routes and packages and totes, deliver them on foot. Amazon gets too much stuff for highly metropolitan areas. We were in Manhattan, in New York City, in the Upper West Side, and we had to deliver them door to door. Now, deliver them not door to door. Well, sometimes doormen and everything, but you get the idea. Not one person could do that. But anyway, moving the fuck on, I was just thrown in, no help, barely no actual indoor training. Nobody told me how to work the rabbit. I had delivery experience. I learned really quick. However, on my first day, I was taking hours to get things done because nobody told me how to navigate the rabbit. Nobody told me how. I mean, I already knew how to run the streets, but nobody taught me the secrets and everything. I learned that later. Ramik?
Yeah, there was a pretty it was a pretty serious situation on my first day. No, on his first day, but on my first day, it actually was kind of easy. I met this dude that I'm not gonna say. You know what I'm talking about, the fat one with the bald head.
Yes.
He was pretty cool. He had me trained by someone, even though that dude said, I'm not gonna mention his name either. He's like, he told that person that he had him fucked up, and he told our CEO of the company that that she owned him, so had him fucked up because they wasn't paying people to train. But yeah, let me get to it. He trained me. It was my easiest first day. I picked it up. Within a week, I learned everything about the company.
The pay, yeah, Ramik, started off, it was shit, 15 an hour. And then when we became lead walkers, it was 17 an hour. It was used to be 16, but everybody got $1 raise. Yay! Or whatever. What the fucking do? Moving on to management. Management was honestly all over the place, and scheduling was kind of shit too. It was random. Now you could request a schedule at the end of every week, but it was no telling if you're gonna get it because you always needed a lead on shift. Rescues.
So here was the biggest problem with that on my end. Even though me and Reggie are brothers, they usually had us on separate trucks. So a lot of people seen that me and him had big ass work ethics. That's why we have a decent amount of muscle tone. So after work, right? Not after work, but after one truck was clear, they would be like, since you work so hard, let's send you to another truck, even though there were other people there that could have been sent to the other truck. Mm-hmm. One dude did that to me. I'm not going to say his name, for 7 days. Not consecutively, because there was 2 days. I had 2 consecutive days off. But one dude, every day I was on his truck for 7 days, he sent me to rescue. My 8th day, guess what I told him? Go get somebody else. In a professional way, I told him to go suck a dick. I told him to go kick rocks. Because at the end of the day, that type of stuff don't make sense. And then I told the CEO of that specific Amazon branch what he did, because at the end of the day, that's another thing I wanted to say. Working at Amazon, a lot of drivers were cool with certain walkers and were not cool with certain walkers. So they would send those cool walkers home and keep the walkers that just did their jobs and went home like me to do things that were not actually necessary for me to do. But what about you?
Yeah, just, well, sort of the same difference. But yeah, like he said, rescues are basically when a truck is falling behind, or, you know, you see it even in other DSPs. Even if you drive one of those Sprinter vans, drivers or walkers falling behind, and they need for you to help them. But sometimes it's bad. You might work for 5 hours and you hear them saying, "Oh, I need for you to do a rescue." Everybody went home like, what the fuck does that got to do with me? Why didn't you fucking send them on a rescue? Have you lost your fucking mind? And me, I wasn't going for it. I would curse that driver the fuck out, like, have you bumped your head? But, you know, I would still go, because if you don't, you'll lose your bonus hours. We'll get to that right after. But anyway, it was honestly just stupid having to throw my back out, delivering all that routes, then have to help you clear your truck, and they don't want me to just do one route for them, which I'm supposed to do. They want me to do multiple ones. No, get out of here, man. Get out of here. And, you know, well, now, I guess, you know, moving on to bonus hours, because I don't want to stick on that topic of rescues. I know every Amazon worker could fucking relate to rescues no matter where you go. Bonus hours. Now, some Amazon companies do them, some don't. If you don't know what they are, it's basically where you get to, you know, get paid for the whole day, even if you don't get through the whole day, so long as you don't do nothing stupid. Like, say, for example, you get 3 DNRs. That is what, Ramik?
Bonus hour revocation. 3
DNRs. What does DNR stand for?
Did not receive.
Yes, thank you. Did not receive. Okay, you don't get 3 did not receives no matter what. If you handed it to the customer, you walked up a flight. I mean, you handed it to the customer, walk up the flight of stairs, delivered door to door, because you're supposed to deliver them door to door. Do whatever. Got the picture. Whatever. She doesn't care. You'll lose them. Your fucking hand is in it. Hand is in the fucking thing. Our boss will take them away. You don't fill out some stupid insurance fucking application. Oh, you're broke. If you got bills to pay, fuck you. You're on your own. That's how she operated, no matter what. Okay, the only thing I would agree with is people being tardy or doing something retarded with packages, like delivering them to the wrong place, because, you know, it's pretty obvious. All you gotta do is fucking read. That's all.
So speaking of which, I got into various situations where I actually, because Raji, after a while, he just stopped giving a fuck. Me, I would still do my job. I would bring everything to the door. And there would be times that I would go weeks without seeing a full check because I didn't take the picture correct way. Mind you, I mean, my phone's a piece of shit, but imagine using a phone worse than this.
Yeah, using the Flex app on like a basic smartphone.
She wants you to take a perfect picture with a 2014 phone, and then complains when the picture is not perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, and sometimes those phones that they give you die, and they want you to use your own fucking phone, like.
And that's another thing. They want you to use your own phone. When in reality, guess what? If your phone dies, there's a slight chance that they might not have a charger to charge your phone. So now you got to go home with a dead phone. All because you want to work.
Yeah, exactly. They don't get it. Some people, you know, have a Google Wallet. Some people scan themselves to get on the fucking. Them on the fucking train. Yeah. You know, New York City, like, we normally use trains. Most of us, we don't drive to Manhattan, and that's where we were working, Manhattan. Like, come on, man. Yeah, like the whole scheme of that was absolutely ridiculous. Bonus hours, if you go to Amazon and they say they're giving you bonus hours, no, fucking avoid those motherfuckers because it's the biggest gimmick ever. You see, a lot of people were coming in, untrained, or when Remy came around, there were leads, but they weren't doing them correctly. Most people, they weren't acting like hold up, they weren't acting like actual supervisors. They were just training them for a little bit and then just throwing them in.
And then, as I stated, when being lead walkers first race came in, they were not paying them.
Mm-hmm.
They were paying them $15 an hour to be lead walkers.
Yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, well, when we first started, the wage was just I guess a dollar extra. It was 16, then we got to 17, but we had to take the supervisory course for a couple of months. We passed, but yeah, the people we would get. I get it's your first fucking day. You don't know everything. But the people we got were sometimes just completely slow. I mean, mentally and physically. Some of them had health problems. Some of them had mental problems. There were people who could barely run upstairs, could barely walk. Push a hand truck. Some of them constantly got lost. Like what constantly asks you, what street are we going down? I would say, okay, West End. All right, West End. Is that okay? That must be West End. That's a numbered street. The numbered streets run freaking. Number streets run freaking vertical. Number streets will run horizontal. The regular streets will run vertical.
Give them for people that are not from the state. You should give them a map of what you mean exactly.
Yeah, I'll show them that. Well, yeah, if people don't know what Manhattan, I'll show you a quick, like right here, quick freaking diagram of the Upper West Side. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, but most people can't follow directions. They will literally do this. Follow the GPS like this, although the address is right there. They would just still follow it that way, even though you told them time after time. And the boss would honestly not, would not listen to our reasons, saying this person is not capable of working here. She would just give it to somebody else. They would say the same thing and she would hold on to them.
That's 3 specific people in our organization, Amazon organization, that would just, there was no helping them. The first one I'm going to explain. No, the first 2 I'm going to explain because I trained these 2. So the first one was extremely overweight. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe he can handle it. You get what I'm saying? So we start walking, right? I'm noticing that he's walking slower than usual. So I blatantly tell him, yo, you gotta pick up the pace. You said to me that you work for another Amazon company and that this is nothing to you, but you can barely move. But, I'm not passing judgment. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe he just quit that other company. Maybe they didn't fire him. So we get to a specific street, right? I'm training him, but I'm seeing him move even slower. So I say, you know what? All you got to do is deliver these 2 packages, right? I'm going to go do a bulk stop. I go to the specific place, drop off all the packages. There was about 13 packages. He's still rummaging through packages, trying to find 2 packages. So at this point, I'm not going to lie to you. I flipped because, as I stated, he told me, I know all of this. I know how to move. I won't violate the 2-hour limit. Mind you, we were already an hour in and we had 4 more totes to deliver out of 6 totes. At the end of the day, I'm not going to lie to you, I gave him some words. I said, yo, bro, I already know what happened. You was at that other Amazon company, you was moving too slow, and they fired you. He ain't know what to say. And then after that, I inboxed the CEO of our specific Amazon company, and I asked her, why aren't we doing health checks? Oh, that's against Amazon policy. But at the end of the day, if a person like this drops in the middle of the street, there is no hearing about Amazon policy. Their family is going to sue.
No. Yeah.
The second person, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He couldn't read. And he forgot things all the time. So, let me just get right to the situation. So, I'm waiting for him. He's a little late. I'm like, whatever. He finds the location. I'm like, let's go. I'm explaining to him. I'm like, let's pretend this is the phone. I'm like, this is this is this is this is that. Okay, whatever. I could see he has little problems. So I explained it to him again. I'm like, this is this is that. Then I walk away because I have deliveries on the opposite side of the street. I go deliver. He's still looking at the phone like it's chopped liver. So I go, this is that. Go do what you gotta do. I come back, he keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again. So I go back to the truck. You know I'm talking about the miniature rusher, the dude that likes to rush but doesn't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He tells me, oh, to hurry up, this and that. You could leave him by himself. I'm like, no, I cannot. So eventually I just listen to the rusher, the Russian driver, and leave him by himself. The person that I trained didn't come back for almost 8 hours on one route. All because people like the drivers swore they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
And we're about to get to that too. Drivers that swear they know more than lead walkers.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole moral of the story is Amazon, y'all need to do more health checks. And I'm not talking about minor disabilities because I got a minor disability. I'm talking about disabilities that will hinder the entire company and cause complete catastrophic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you.
Yeah, he's right. That same guy, he would leave stuff behind. If one package, I would teach him how to group packages together. All my Amazon folks would know about that. But he wouldn't know how to do that. He would not know how to group hidden stops together to drop them off. He would just forget that, leave a bunch of stuff there, scan about probably 30, leave 40 unscanned. And we would have to sometimes go there because operators wouldn't want to scan all that. That just seemed suspicious. Probably let him go and probably pay him disability. You made a mistake. This is not the only person, but she would ignore that just so she didn't have to did not have to come out of pocket and pay him disability. It doesn't make any sense.
What about the other big guy? That's the one you trained, right? The other big guy?
No. I didn't train him. He got better though, but that's different. I guess moving on to employees and some drivers. Now the employees, there are great employees and drivers. I commend them. I'm not trying to say that it's a bad thing, but yeah, there are just some drivers that. And, I can't really put the whole blame on them because at the end of the day, it's the boss. The boss will keep,
pressure.
And Amazon, too, they will keep pressuring them to put the pressure on the walkers, giving them like 6 crates and 6 totes at a time with a bunch of oversized boxes, making them move, trying to get that done in 2 hours while the boss wants it done by Amazon policy. Amazon don't get on her ass. However, yeah, we have to dump those all in the fucking lobby because if we do this door to door situation, well, I'm trying to show you door to door situation, we'll get the half of it, get sent home, get suspended, and not get our bonus hours.
Listen,
so that way
this
she
is what
doesn't
you
have
gotta do.
pay at all.
This is what you gotta do. Okay?
Yeah, he's not kidding.
You gotta do it real fast. That's the bottom line.
He's not kidding. You got to do that. You got to throw it. You guys want to know, sometimes, okay, it's not all the time deliverers damage the boxes, but it mostly happens in the warehouse, but that's how it works, honestly. You got to move. And yeah, this job may seem easy on the outside, but it's not always that easy.
Like I said, why do you think we look fit? We're not the tallest guys in the world, but We have a little muscle mass on us for a
Yeah,
reason.
kind of.
And it's
kind of.
not.
We skinny, but we got it.
And it's not because we sitting here moving slow. You gotta run up. Sometimes you gotta run up flights of stairs. Sometimes you could just leave the stuff in the lobby. But even with that, you gotta pick up a big ass tote like this big. You can see it if you look. It's right there in front of the screen. The tote is like this big, and it holds like 40 packages, and you're like this.
Yeah, sometimes stacking them 2 and 3 just to get in, and there would be some customers there. Most of them are nice, but some are ridiculous. Like that's why I hated going upstairs. They'll ask you questions, ask you what you're doing here. Sometimes tell you around the building, and there are doormen. Some fucking doormen are assholes. Like they would give me shit. I get the problem with us coming in increments back and forth because some drivers, they don't know how to set up their trucks right, but they would get on us for doing our fucking jobs as if we ordered all of this shit.
You know what I said, right? It's funny that you said that. I actually remember this clear as day. The funniest thing I said to this doorman, I said to him, yo, if you don't like the amount of packages you getting, don't work here. It's that simple.
I mean, I don't want to sound like a dick, but that's
not
is.
Being a dick. Because you would tell me the same thing if I complained about packages. You'd be like, oh, you don't like delivering packages to buildings? Don't work there. Well, if y'all don't like signing off on packages for each customer, which is extremely easy because I actually have a friend that used to work as a doorman, find another job.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You guys complain about bringing a package to the door, right? When majority of the people that you bring the packages to the door to are rich, which means 9 times out of the 10, they're tipping you. So you're complaining, but you're getting tips, and you're bringing up packages that are mostly don't even weigh, but 4 to 5 pounds. Maybe it might be 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Y'all complaining about that.
Yeah, they do, but I guess moving on. Then there's, I guess, well, like I said, maybe back to customers or just people outside, you know. I guess some people are curious. I do appreciate the people that are curious of what we do. Thank us for what we do, but there's just others that are just weird or just fucking thieves. One you got to look out for, because in our company, our boss, she's also, I keep mentioning her, but she was always on some dickheaded ass shit too. She would, even with Amazon, they would be on some dickheaded shit. Even though you can't bring the hand truck all the way inside, she's wondering why we can't. You cannot. The hand trucks are, okay. Look at. I mean, you can't see everything, but you see that pipe. Then you see the end of my bed behind the air conditioner. It's about that size. How the fuck am I gonna take that, push it inside without scraping something or breaking something up? You can't always. I get with projects. Even though some drivers will overload it, sometimes you gotta tell the drivers no. But with regular apartment buildings, you can't take those in. So excuse the fuck out of us for leaving it outside. If it gets stolen, it gets stolen. We can't.
Yo, that's another thing you gotta be careful for. Crackheads. Yo, bro, finish your topic, then I'm gonna tell you about a situation.
I was done.
You were done?
Yeah, I was done.
So look, I got into a situation where a crackhead, right? This is why it's important, at least when you're in front of a doorman's building, make sure you at least attempt to leave your cart in front of their building. So if somebody does steal it, there's a camera right there. I pushed the cart a little bit further down. Some crackhead was trying to ask me if I wanted to buy chocolates. It didn't dawn on me until after the fact. He had some big ass chocolate, like this big, right? He was selling it for just $1. A few hours before, I seen that same chocolate in CVS, I believe. I seen that same, you know the chocolate I'm talking about, right, Reggie?
Yeah, I seen it.
That same big ass chocolate in CVS. It didn't dawn on me that he stole it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave my shit right here. There's hills and shit in that area. I'm not taking the extra step to do that, to push the shit back up. I go take my packages, right? Put them inside where the doorman is. Come back outside. 3 of my packages are stolen. 3. 3 of my packages is stolen.
Yeah.
And you know what happened. You know what that meant. My bonus hours got revoked.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it was close to payday, man. You know I was tight. What you got to say about that?
Yeah, that does happen. It does. She will blame you, although you have nothing to do with it. Now, if you leave it, okay, the projects, yeah, you could bring your hand truck inside, and you could find a way to get it in, just stand it up in the elevator and move it around, yeah, but private-owned apartments, they don't, and I can't blame them because the corridors are narrow, and you can sit here, break something. Our boss does not think like that, and most of these corporate fucks lack common sense in this field. And another reason I would say you should not work for them, moving on, is the security. You're not allowed to fight anybody fucking back if they put their hands on you. You're not allowed to carry any type of weapons. They hit you, you'll get suspended for a pretty long time while they investigate or fired. Or even if you even argue with a fucking doorman. One person argued with a doorman, there was no audio. And he got his... And Amazon made our boss.
So there was a situation with a woman that threatened to sue Amazon because even though the dude didn't put his hands on her, the doorman didn't even put his hands on her, he jumped in her face, so she slapped him really hard. The news got involved in everything. In other words, don't believe that shit. If somebody puts their hands on you and they work for Amazon, you better hit them the fuck back and say, fuck it. And if the Amazon ain't got anything to say about that, guess what? Threaten to sue them.
Yeah, or here's an idea. Don't work for them at all. If you want to be a delivery person, maybe UPS, probably. UPS, I hear it takes a while to get in. FedEx, probably. I don't know how they operate. I can't tell you where he works for, but yeah, there are other delivery locations you could do, but Amazon is not one of them, no matter what the thing is. Like,
get a unionized, not to cut you off, but bro, get a unionized delivery company.
Or start your own business.
I'm just saying, but if you're going into delivery, unionized delivery companies are the best way to go. UPS, FedEx. No, FedEx is not unionized.
Yeah.
UPS, USPS. Basically all delivery companies that offer union, because if you bust your ass, you're done. No matter what they tell you, you're done. If you get sick, they'll still let you go. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. It is not. But here, wrapping it up, and this is the message for Amazon. Well, mostly my boss, really, because you know who you are if you're watching this. Stop being a fucking greedy, self-centered fucking diva, alright? Remember, without those employees, you're nothing. And if it was up to me, if I was up in Amazon corporate, I would see to it that you lost your company and they all got transferred to other DSPs. You don't deserve them.
HR, specifically, not scheduling itself, because I personally never really had any problems with scheduling. But contacting HR is like pulling fucking teeth. Towards the end of us getting out of there, guess what? That person was not trying to give us our W-2 forms and wasn't trying to give us our sick pay or whatever. So we had to threaten to contact the IRS on her ass.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, when we quit, she got so fucking salty that she was not leaving our last check with our PTO hours, so I literally had to borrow our grandmother's car and drive from fucking Queens to the end of fucking Staten Island. If you are from New York fucking City, you know how far that is, and you know how expensive that's not 4 hours,
maybe
2.5.
riding the train it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, you know how expensive that was. But yeah, nah, don't do it. It's not worth it. But anyway, this has been Eastside Rage signing out, and
D1I Gamer.
Keep raging out, and we'll catch you on the next stream. All right, everybody, thank you for watching my video, especially the people who are from the company. You know who you are. Jerome, Nick, Will, Carmelo, Chad. Christian. You were technically my first teacher. Jerome, thank you for being a great teacher when it comes to this expertise. And you have Cash Lane. Cash Lane, you were great too. You were a great supervisor. Despite, our ups and downs, you were pretty good. There's Dicey, all of you. And, if this ever gets to Ronald's family, Ronald's family, I didn't forget about you guys. You guys were incredible too. Yeah. But, if you're still at this company, this ain't your last point. Keep moving on. Keep aiming for the stars and shooting for the moon. Don't let this be your last resort. Don't let Amazon, period, be your last resort. Anyway, this is Eastside Rage signing out. Keep raging out, and I'll catch you on the next stream.